A very warm welcome to the channel, Wednesday the 4th of September 2024. Doing this subject that I've done quite a few times, retiring in Cambodia, basically because there was one gentleman who said, can you do like what it's like if you had a higher budget, like say $2,500 to $3,000 to spend a month as a budget for your retirement. Now, Cambodia. If you want to come and live here, let's say you've done all the formalities, you've done the feasibility study, it suits you, you've been here, you've been to Thailand, you've been to Vietnam, you go, hey, I want to live in Cambodia. Well, once you're done and you have no real commitment in America or Europe or Australia, and you think it's just a great place to retire, there are many positives, but there are also many negatives as well. But it's as simple as this. One, fly here. Now, you can get the visa online before, but please make sure you get an ordinary visa. Quote, ordinary visa, don't get a normal tourist visa. You can get this online and you can get it, the visa on arrival. Once you've done that, I would say within the first week of staying here, and possibly you're going to be staying in a hotel, so go to booking.com, find a room that you can have whatever your budget. Then hand in your passport to a travel agent and say, can you do a retirement visa? Give them the money, about $290 it is here in Siem Reap. You can do it yourself, but easier to do it that way. And maybe you get the express visa because your visa is only going to last you 1 month to stay here. That's what you get, the visa on arrival. Then within 3 weeks, you get your retirement visa. That means 1 year, multi-entry, you can go in and out of the country there. And now you're living in Cambodia. It's as simple as that. There is anyone who's over 55, there is no paperwork. Anyone who's under 55, you can do it, but you do need to show that you do have an income coming in. And you've got to show, I would say, that you may have like 15,000 in a bank account, which is accessible. Now, you can set up your own bank account, really easy to do, ABA, etc. ABA is the big bank here. And if you have the right visa, like the ordinary visa, you can set this up that you may need for your retirement visa if you are under 55 years old. So it is a little bit late. In Thailand, it is 50 years old. In this country, it is 55. And that's how easy it is to set up. Done, dusted. Now, related to how much it costs, I've done it many times before. Some people can just do it for 900. Some people, I would say the comfortable number I've always said before is 2,000. But let's say you have a bit more money to spend. Well, for $500, let's say $600 per month on rent, that can get you like a really nice apartment pretty close, or if not in the city center. But there's so many choices to use. There's one company here called IPS. I've never used them before, but they're highly recommended to help you find a accommodation. And you will need to have usually like a 2-month deposit, sometimes a 1-month deposit for the actual place you're going to live. But for $500 to $600, what I would expect would be, let's say, a really nice 1-bedroom apartment, fully air conditioned, with a very nice bathroom, nice kitchen, living room that you have a fall asleep sofa in it, TV. All the TV and the internet will be included in the price. Your electricity will be 25 American cents per kilowatt. And the good thing is here, you can use American dollars. You go to the ATM, USD. You go shopping, USD. It's just so convenient in that way. So the local currency is based on the American dollar. So you have that. I would also, for $500, $600, expect a swimming pool and a backup generator. Electricity is actually pretty good. It's a lot better when I first came here, but it does sometimes stop. But when the security guard just presses the button on the generator, you are going to have electricity in your house. And in a hot country, it's really difficult not to have electricity, especially with the air conditioning. But you can do it a lot cheaper. But if you have a bigger budget, hey, if this is a guaranteed budget for you, then don't think about buying a house, just rent one, because you know you're going to have that money until you basically die. So that's one part. The cost of living. Now, the electricity, I live in a two-bedroom house, and I have 3 air conditioning units. That's my main expense. But the average electric bill is about $100 per month. Sometimes it's a lot higher in the summer. Sometimes it can be lower, like $80 or $90. But on average, you say it's about 100. The water usually comes with, but not always, the accommodation. So maybe it's anywhere between $5 to $15. That this is just experience, just living here for a long time. And your transportation, I would always say get a motorbike. If you got the money, get a new one. You just need your passport with the right visa in it there, and then you can pick up a motorbike, $2,000 to $3,000 brand new, and just get a automatic one. Get a Honda, I would highly recommend. Get it from the Honda shop. There's 2 big Honda shops here. There's a lot of Honda shops, but there's go to the big one, because they are going to look after your motorbike and they're going to service it as they will instruct you on how to do. Yes, you can get a car. Now, if you want a car, a new one, I think the cheapest I've seen is about 27,000. It's a Toyota Race, or you can get something like 40,000. I wouldn't really go with the electric car because I haven't seen any charging stations, but I do see quite a few now. BYD, the Chinese car, and also Tesla. But I think the ICE car, the internal combustion engine car, is your best bet here. Gasoline is at, you could say, about $1 per litre, so per gallon, whatever that is, you can work that out yourself. So you can get, for that price, possibly quite a nice car. The supermarket, well, let's say because I live with a partner and 2 cats, it's going to be double, but let's say single, you can get everything that you need in your grocery in the supermarket, maybe for like $100 per week with that, okay? So per month, that's going to be about 420. And the good thing about the supermarkets here, if you do want some English food, you can get a steak and kidney pie frozen. You can get some Goodfellas pizza frozen. So you can have all the luxuries of your native food. What about eating out, you may say? Well, you can, if you have a bigger budget, maybe once a week, you could go to a steakhouse. And there's 2 steakhouses in this city alone. And I would say one meal comfortably would be about 30 American dollars. There are quite a few 5-star hotels. There's a Hyatt here, there's a Sofitel here, and there's the FCC, which is the Foreign Correspondents Club, which is quite expensive. They do really nice food, but again, for 2 people, that you're going for about $60, $70 for that. But a lot of the people who do have money will go there for their drinking, for their like going to just like a normal pub. But if you have the money and you just like that kind of better atmosphere, so to speak, or possibly a better atmosphere, then FCC would be the place for you to go. So one thing that you have to do before is make sure your insurance company does and works with the Royal Anchor Hospital. So if you are ill, you can go there and hopefully the expenses are covered, especially with a serious illness. But for smaller illnesses, you can just go to, for example, the Japanese Kume Hospital, and they may charge you $30, $40, $50 for it. Dentists, no problem at all. I go to the dentist here, and I've had quite serious problems with my teeth. I've got 4 extractions, and I've got 4 crowns. I've had a root canal done, and it's like quarter of the price of America. But the thing is, they've all been trained by Korean dentists, and Korean dentists are actually the best in the world. So that's just like a win-win situation for you. You just can't lose in that way. So going out, we've done food, we've done restaurants, we've done visas, we've done accommodation, we have done. So you can do it on the cheap if you don't need anything, but if you want to have a bit of a better luxury lifestyle, then yeah, 2,500 to 3,000, you can get a really nice apartment with a swimming pool and with fully air conditioned, a generator and a security guard. You can get a car, you can get a small motorbike. You don't need a big motorbike. Even if you're an expert driver, you don't need a Harley Davidson, which you can buy, or you can get a sports bike, which I did before. But the thing is, they actually become awkward, and the small Honda scooter, 160, but you would need a license for it. Can you exchange your license? Yeah, you can do that. You can now do it here, I do believe, but you can also do it in Siem Reap. Go and ask the travel agent when you do your visa. They are a fountain of knowledge, so do go and ask them, and they can help you as well. Sorry, my glasses are going there. So if there are any more questions, please do message me and I will do my best to sort of answer it. But I made this video that you can do it on the cheap, but you can actually have quite a nice luxury lifestyle with about $2,500 to $3,000 per month, compared to, let's say, New York City, where a small one-bedroom apartment is something like $7,200, which is just so much money. When I go to Thailand, I find Thailand expensive. So because the cost of living here is low, you would rent an apartment and do a yearly lease. If you don't like it, you can move after the next year. If you had enough, then go back to your country. So make sure you don't sever all ties, just in case, because you don't know the future with this. But Cambodia, yeah, it's the easiest retirement visa in the world to get, because all you need to do, I repeat, as I said earlier, get your ordinary visa, then go to a travel agent, and then you can change it over to a yearly retirement visa with multiple entries. So you can take a break to Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, which are all flights which you can get. Or if you really want to go on adventure, you can do it in a bus. You can't do it in your own car. I don't think you can actually cross the border with a Cambodian plate into Thailand. I don't know. And remember, in Thailand, they drive on the English side of the road. Here, they drive on, let's say, the American side of the road. I hope that covers a lot of thoughts for you, and I will wish you a happy day. God bless all. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.